Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live preview. Tonight, of course, we're going to be previewing the Reading game coming up Saturday, 12:30 kickoff tomorrow afternoon. To make you know when that is, but of course I'm sure you guys already know. But we are going to be going through the predicted lineups, just predictions, looking at Reading and how they might set up against us and what our predictions are for the game. If you've got any thoughts at all, please do let me know in the live chat. Get your voice heard on the stream. But that being said, please do leave a like as well and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So Reading, not too good. We're going to start with the opponents. And for the first time, we're playing a team outside the Championship for quite a while. In fact, the last time, I think the third round fixture this time around, but in Jose Mourinho's first season, was against Reading, and we did end up 4-0 winners. And I do think that the result of this game is going to be very, very similar, especially in the way we're playing and the dominance that we're showing at Old Trafford especially. I think against Reading, a side which is, I think, second from bottom in the Championship this season, really not doing well at all. I'm thinking that the result was going to be very, very similar to when we last played them in the FA Cup. And of course, we're also going to be talking about the potential youth players that may be making an impact in this game or playing a part in this game. And that is definitely something I'm really looking forward to coming out of this game, because let's face it, it's not exactly a glamour tie, but we have got some players who could potentially come in and feature and hopefully do a good job for us. So welcome to everyone who has joined. Welcome Football Fan 148, Ryan, Jack and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the one and only. Thanks for joining, guys. Please do leave a like, as I said, if you haven't already. Jack's going with a 12-0 scoreline. To be fair, I mean, on paper, it should be that. It really should be that on paper. But, you know, football's not played on paper. Ryan goes with a more realistic 4 or 5-0 win. I think obviously, you know, some people would say, oh yeah, you're being really cocky, overconfident, but let's face it, we should be absolutely battering a team like Reading, who are really, really struggling in the Championship this season. You know, and the fact they're struggling in their own league, in the Championship, in the second tier, and we're, you know, won 4 out of 4 in the Premier League. Come on. Surely we can win, and hopefully we can win convincingly. And that's why I'm saying it'll be a good platform for some of the young players to come through and get some minutes on the pitch and hopefully show what they can do as well. And yeah, Reading, I can't really talk about how much the threat that they pose, because I don't really think they pose too much of a threat, I've got to say, especially with the options we've got at our disposal. But look, you know, of course, it's an FA Cup tie. Anything can happen. You know, they might turn up and we might not turn up. Who knows? You know, as I said, it's the FA Cup, the magic of the cup, all those cliches. But hopefully that doesn't happen, and I don't see a shock on the cards here. The way we're playing at the moment, I can only see us making it 5 wins out of 5 in all competitions. But if you think differently, please do let me know in the live chat. By the way, I do apologise for Fan 148. There will be no calls for this stream. I do apologise. I wish I could get you on, because I know you are a bit of a Reading fan as well. So it'd be great to have your opinion. But unfortunately, I can't get you on. The Skype isn't working today. So I do apologise about that, Football Fan 148. I do apologise, David. But thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. And please do feel free to leave your thoughts in the live chat and just get amongst it. Leave your thoughts. But the first thing I want to talk about is the youngsters. Now, probably one of the main youngsters that's on the tip of everyone's tongue, on everyone's lips, is Mason Greenwood. Now, he's been performing fantastically in the youth team, scoring countless numbers of goals, and just there's reams and reams of highlights of him in the youth academies doing absolutely brilliantly. And I think this Reading game would be a massive opportunity for him to play on the Old Trafford stage and show everyone what they have been missing. So I am hoping that we can get him on and at some point. Now, for me, I don't think he's going to start the game. I think we are going to start the game with Sanchez and Lukaku as 2 of the players, and then there will be a third spot which could potentially be filled by a youngster, although I don't think it will be. But I'll show you my predicted lineup in just a bit. But ultimately, I don't see Mason Greenwood starting for us, which is a shame because I think I would love it if he did start, but I just don't see him starting. I see Solskjaer going with the likes of Lukaku and Sanchez, players who haven't really had minutes in the Premier League, and I think he'll be looking to give them minutes in order to go into the next game against Spurs with a bit more under their belt. But yeah, I do think that there will be youngsters to play a part within the game, definitely as substitutes. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager is the type of manager who will bring on youngsters towards the end of the game. I'm not sure if Jose Mourinho would have done the same, but hopefully we're in a good position in the game where it'll be a comfortable environment to bring the youngsters on. Hopefully 3-4-0 up or something like that. Again, I don't want to be overconfident, but the way we're playing, surely it'll get like that. But I'm hoping for Greenwood to come on. Ryan says Lukaku and Sanchez will score a couple. I think they will definitely play, and I think if they do play, they will get in on the act at some point. And I'm looking forward to seeing Sanchez play as well, because I haven't seen Sanchez play in a while, and I really want to see him play in this formation, in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's kind of system, and see whether he'll do any better. And also Lukaku as well. It'd be great for his confidence if he can score a few goals. So I agree with you, Ryan, on that one. Fullfan148 says, I'm looking forward to seeing Rhino Kamota run rings around Fellaini. Yeah, I don't think Fellaini's going to play, to be honest. I mean, he might play, but I doubt Fellaini's going to play. But yeah, I mean, no, I think Reading, look, I mean, if they turn up on the day and put in a really good team performance, I think they might have a chance. But ultimately, I don't think they are going to win this game. I think it'll be very much a stretch for them to, even get a replay out of this game. And if that does happen, then it will be a bit of an embarrassment. But of course, we are going to, get bad results under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows. I definitely know that. So look, I mean, I just don't see it tomorrow. I do not see us slipping up tomorrow, but hopefully I'm not tempting fate. Hopefully. Ryan says, Ollie confirmed both Sanchez and Lukaku will start. Yep. Ryan also says, Pogba's a doubt for tomorrow. Yeah, he is also not in my predicted lineup. I haven't put Paul Pogba in my predicted lineup for tomorrow. Reason being, yeah, just because he's a doubt. He obviously, after that challenge of John Joe Shelby, did seem injured. So it looks like they're just going to rest him for Reading. And I think that's the right thing to do, especially when we've got Spurs coming up. We don't want Pogba missing such an important game as that Spurs game. So yeah, I think rest him definitely for this Reading game. Let Pereira play in that midfield. And I think everyone's a winner. Welcome Rashford, welcome to the stream, mate, thanks for joining. He said it's time to unleash the youth, but not too much. Maybe Mason and Chong. Fellaini will be asked. Yeah, well look, I think... Oh, assessed, sorry, not asked, assessed. But yeah, look, I think Chong and Greenwood are probably the two major ones that are going to get in. I think also Angel Gomes definitely has a chance of starting the game, or even getting on as a substitute. We have seen already Ole Gunnar Solskjaer subbing in Angel Gomes into a game, so I think Angel Gomes definitely has a massive opportunity to get into the Man United team tomorrow, and it'll be great to see so many Manchester United youngsters get into the team, even in the squad. I just think it'll be really good because it just shows through the DNA of the club, and I just love it. I really would love it. And, this is what's great about these cup competitions. We can see some of the young players who we won't really get to see during the league season. And I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am looking forward to it. But, I think obviously Greenwood's probably the one that I'm most looking forward to. I think Greenwood definitely is someone who, has really impressed me in what I've seen of him. I haven't seen too much of him live, but definitely in what I've seen of him, he has been very, very impressive. We've already seen Tahith Chong a bit on the pre-season tour as well. So he looks a bit of a talent. And again, we may as well give him a go. We may as well give these players a go. So I hope he does get into the team. I know for sure they'll get into the squad, and I think they'll definitely get a substitute appearance as well. Welcome Matthew Jones. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Obviously, one half of United Fan Focus. Go and check them out in the description down below if you haven't already. Ryan said predicted team: Romero, Dalot, Darmian, Jones, Young, Herrera, McTominay, Greenwood, Lukaku, Sanchez and Chong. Yeah, I think that's a decent predicted team. I think I could definitely see that coming. I could definitely see that happening. So yeah, I could definitely see that predicted team happening, Ryan. Obviously, Greenwood starting for you as well. That would be a very, very exciting prospect. So yeah, no, I mean, I'll give you my predicted lineup very, very shortly, so don't worry about that. And thank you very much, Matthew. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Obviously on 504 subs right now. If you guys want to help me, even grow even further, please do subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. And yeah, look, I mean, obviously, I can't do this channel without you guys, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. And without you guys tuning in, watching, and leaving comments, I wouldn't do this. So thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate it, as usual. But this is not, as I said, this is not the glamour game. This is not going to be the kind of glamour games that we've seen in the past in the Premier League and things like that. This is an FA Cup game, third round FA Cup, and I think the FA Cup is definitely something which we could look to win this season. Obviously last season it escaped us by only the final from a Phil Jones cock-up, really, but. I think definitely this season we have the potential to go all the way. Yes, we've got an interim manager and it's going to be tough, but I think the FA Cup is something which we could look to, kind of go into and build momentum for the league as well. So let's hope so. Let's hope so. I just realised my face is so white, man. It's ridiculous. Hold on. May as well go like that. Anyway, but yeah, no, sorry, I was just meddling with the settings there. But yeah, no, I think, the FA Cup is definitely something if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won a trophy this season, I think he would have been overachieving. I think there's not many United fans would have said at the start of his reign that he would win a trophy in his first 6 months, let's not forget, because Jose Mourinho has been at the helm for the first kind of, been at the helm for the first kind of, 6-7 months of the season. So for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if he was to win a trophy, that would be absolutely huge. I mean, obviously we're still in the Champions League as well, so we could potentially go on a bit of a run in that competition. So lots to look forward to, and especially the way we're playing, I don't think there will be a problem in us getting over the line in this game. But you know what, the FA Cup can surprise you. It can surprise you, and we have to be on our toes. So let's hope that Reading don't come and cause a shock, because that would be embarrassing. It would be very, very embarrassing. And as well, as I said, it would mean we'd lose the opportunity to, go into a competition and potentially win a competition and get some silverware, even in a bad period. It really, for most clubs, this would be a bit of a period where we're in turmoil. But actually, we picked ourselves up. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's taken the reign, and he's done really, really well. So I'm really happy with how it's going at the moment. Ryan says Spurs 6-0 up. Wow, they really are taking care of business in the FA Cup. 6-0 up away at Tranmere Rovers, and obviously we play them next. So we have to put in a good performance as well, just to ruffle a few feathers. But yeah, obviously 6-0 up Spurs, very, very impressive, away from home against Tranmere, League 2 club. But you got to say fair play to them. They've got the business done, and that's what you need to do as a top side. You need to just get the business done. A very professional performance like that tomorrow against Reading would be absolutely fantastic, with a hint of free-flowing football in there as well. Welcome Ethan as well. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. Rasmus says, come on, we all know that Reading are cacked. They haven't won in their last 11 games. Yeah, look, Reading are a poor side. They're second from bottom in the Championship. They're one of the favourites to go down this season as things stand. But as I said, the FA Cup, the magic of the cup, you never know, guys. You never know. I would never 100% write off a team. I'm not that confident. Of course, the way we're playing on paper, it should be an absolute walkover. It should be an absolute walkover. But I don't think it's gonna. I think we are gonna dominate, and I think definitely, we could potentially win by 4 or 5 goals. I'm definitely not ruling that out. I actually think that is a high probability, and there's a high possibility of that happening. What I'm saying is that Reading, you never know what turns up. They could they could all come together as a team and really put in a good team performance away at Old Trafford. They've got nothing to lose, remember, guys. Think about it. They've got nothing to lose. They can come to Old Trafford, press us and attack. If they lose 4 or 5-0, who cares? Who cares? They were expected to lose 4 or 5-0. So they're going to come at us. They're going to come with nothing to lose. And, if they do get a result, fair play to them, but I just don't see it. I definitely don't see him getting a result. Ryan says, Rashford, yeah, maybe 5 or 6, yeah. Welcome, Exchange Gaming Plays. Thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. He says 4-1 to Manchester United. Well, again, I could definitely see that happening. The last time we played Reading in the FA Cup, Jose Mourinho's first season, it was a 4-0 victory. And it was also the game where Wayne Rooney equalled the record for top goal scorer at the club with Sir Bobby Charlton. So that was also going to be a very memorable game for any Manchester United fan, especially for Wayne Rooney. And hopefully this one will also be a memorable game for some of the youngsters. Mason Greenwood, Greenwood, Chong, Angel Gomes, these players. Hopefully it's a very memorable game for them as well. Kane is coming on. Why do they need to bring on Harry Kane? Wow. They're really trying to absolutely drub Tranmere. Jesus. Rashford says, their boss says, I can win without a manager. He's not confident. Well, look. Of course, they're not going to be confident, the way we've been playing at the moment. And yes, he's right, on paper, we've got much better players. We've got much better quality players. So, of course, on paper, we should absolutely walk this. But as I said, it's never that easy. And, it could easily be another 4-5-0 as we saw last time we played Reading. But you never know. These sort of teams can pop up when you least expect it. You think you're on a good run of form, and then you get beat. Or, you get held to a draw, and these things happen. So, you can never take these sort of teams in the FA Cup for granted. But I do think, that being said, we are going to beat them quite handsomely. But yeah, let's hope so. But anyway, guys, I'm going to now show you my predicted lineup for the game. Also, I do apologise if there is any lag. I do apologise for that. But I'm going to show you my predicted lineup for the game. That's worked out well. So my predicted lineup for the game, as you can see, is kind of a 4-3-3, but a bit of a 4-1-2-3 as well. So I've gone with Romero in goal, Dalot, Jones, Lindelof and Darmian. I think he's going to give Young and Shaw a rest. I think Dalot and Darmian come back into the side. Obviously, I haven't switched out the centre-backs from the last game against Newcastle, just because all of our centre-backs are missing. You've got Bailly on a suspension, Smalling and Rojo are still injured, so I don't see any of them playing. So I think Lindelof and Jones will keep their place. The three in midfield, I've taken out Paul Pogba. Obviously, he looks to be a bit of a doubt for the game, so I've gone with Matic keeps his place, but Fred and Pereira playing a bit more advanced role and a bit more of a free role in that midfield, and I think that'd be brilliant to see them up in the midfield together. Then up front three, I've gone with Alexis Sanchez, Romelu Lukaku, and I've gone with Jesse Lingard on that right-hand side. Now, potentially you might think, play someone like Chong or maybe Angel Gomes, but I think Lingard obviously was left out of the Newcastle game, so maybe Solskjaer's going to give Lingard a bit of a chance on that right-hand side. But that is my predicted lineup, guys. You leave your thoughts in the live chat and the comment section down below what you think of that lineup. I think it's an alright lineup, to be fair. But, I think obviously Pereira needs a bit of a chance in that starting lineup. And I think, again, this Reading game was definitely the game that we pinpointed for these kind of fringe players to get an opportunity. And hopefully he does get an opportunity in that starting 11. And I think this is a big opportunity for those fringe players to show Ole Gunnar Solskjaer what they can do and how well they can do it. So, let's hope so. Let's hope they can do it. And I think they will. I think we will play really well, especially if we do have the host of attacking talent that we have on the pitch playing Reading. Ryan says, actually, I agree, Pereira and Fred will start. Well, yeah, I do think Pereira is going to start. I think Fred as well will get an opportunity. And I think, as I said, those two in the same team, just absolute fireworks, mate. Absolute fireworks. Rashford says, Romero, Bailly, Darmian, Dalot, Darmian, Dalot, Fred, Pereira, Sanchez, Lukaku and Chong. Well, obviously he's gone with Chong as well in the team. So, look, Chong might start. I don't see it, but I think Chong, you never know. You never know with Chong. He might start. But, as I said, who knows? Who knows? Rashford and Bailly suspended and Darmian. Oh, yeah, of course. Well, don't worry about it. But look, again, we're very, very early days, and as I said, it'll be a very, very good competition for us to go into the depths of. And just as I said, it helps. These sort of competitions helps to bring momentum into like the Premier League and into other competitions that will need it. So let's hope we can do that, and I'm sure we'll get the win tomorrow. I'm sure of it. I'm definitely sure of it. But yeah, No, sorry, I keep pausing, guys, because I feel like it's lagging and stuff, and I feel like it's a bit annoying. I do apologise for that. But I'm gonna get into my score predictions now. So you guys leave your score predictions in the live chat right now. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Leave your score predictions right now. What are you thinking? What are you thinking for this game? Leave your thoughts right now. Score predictions for the game. For me, as I said, I think it's going to be a comprehensive victory for Manchester United. I think, all the youngsters are going to take their opportunities in the first team. I'm going to go with another 4-0 victory to Manchester United. I think it's going to be 4-0. I think Romelu Lukaku will get on the score sheet. I think Alexis Sanchez will score twice for Manchester United. And I think if one of the youngsters come on, I think if Greenwood gets on, I think he will also bag for Manchester United. So for me, 4-0 United on the night. Greenwood, Lukaku and Sanchez twice. But again, it also depends on who starts and things like that. So that is my score prediction. Ryan goes with a 5-0 as well as Rashford going with a 5-0. 5-0 seems to be the popular choice of score predictions, which is great, which is really great to see. Again, if we won 5-0, that would bring huge confidence going into that Spurs game, which, let's be honest, is a massive, massive game in our season. If we beat Spurs, I think we know we'll gain 3 points on them, and just in general, beating one of those big sides, it's a hurdle that we need to get over this season. But, of course, more of that in the Spurs preview that I'll be doing probably on the next Saturday. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I go live. Rashford says we're the same. I think we'll win 5-0. Yep. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. Let's hope we win 5-0. I think we've definitely got it in us. The way we're playing at the moment, who knows? Who knows? Ryan says, will be a good trip to Dubai next week. Yeah, hopefully that'll help the players, get fitter, and it'll just, help relax them a bit as well, because they've been playing a lot of games during the winter break. So a bit of Dubai training, back for the Spurs game, back and ready. Won't do them any harm at all, and hopefully it'll get them a lot fitter as well for that Spurs game. But guys, I'm probably going to end it here. It's just going to be a bit of a shorter stream tonight. Obviously, it's not exactly a massive game. It's not a blockbuster game. But, you know what? It's still a third round FA Cup tie, and there's still a bit of magic left in the old cup, and I'm hoping for a really, really good result. I think we will win comprehensively. I'm going to go with a 4-0, as I said. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are you thinking going into this game, and which youngsters do you think will play a part in tomorrow's game? But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.